Continuing on with our discussion of the skin and what is perhaps the most important of the skin's non-fatty ingredients. The skin's largely a fatty organ, and all the good stuff tends to be fatty, the moisturizing factors and the growth factors. They tend to be the fatty vitamins and essential fatty acids, and especially cholesterol. We're going to talk a lot about cholesterol and the importance of skin. Did you know cholesterol is one of the most important skin moisturizers, natural skin moisturizers that the body makes? The skin, of course, makes its own moisturizers. Cholesterol is one of those moisturizers. But as far as water-soluble ingredients go, probably the most important of the water-soluble substances in the skin is high hyaluronic acid. We've talked a lot about high hyaluronic acid in the last few days. We'll continue discussing this very super mega important substance, not just for the skin. It's important for the eyes, it's important for the joints, it's important for the digestive system. It's just ridiculously important stuff. When high hyaluronic acid is broken down, it forms one of the most important of the body's detoxifying substances. So high hyaluronic acid supplements are not just good for your skin and joints, but they're also really helpful for detoxification as well. That's oral nutritional supplements of high hyaluronic acid, and dietary high hyaluronic acid will tell you how you can get high hyaluronic acid in food. But as far as skin goes, high hyaluronic acid used to be obtained only in rooster combs, which made high hyaluronic acid very, very expensive. If you squeeze your earlobe a little bit, you'll kind of feel what high hyaluronic acid feels like when it absorbs water. It has a kind of spongy quality. I don't know if you've ever felt a rooster comb, but rooster combs kind of feel like an earlobe. They have a spongy, bouncy quality. And that spongy, bouncy quality is created by the combination of high hyaluronic acid and water. When high hyaluronic acid combines with water, it forms a jelly kind of substance. And that jelly, bouncy substance is what gives the skin its plump nature, at least young, healthy skin, its plump nature. And this is why high hyaluronic acid has been so prized as a skincare ingredient. The problem is, you can't get that spongy, bouncy quality by rubbing high hyaluronic acid on your skin. Now, you can get a little moisturization, but to conflate these two ideas of high hyaluronic acid's super importance for skin plumpness with topical use of high hyaluronic acid is really, it's kind of sneaky. It's kind of nasty. That's why high hyaluronic acid in skincare products doesn't really do much, because you're not going to get high hyaluronic acid's real important qualities by rubbing it on the surface of the skin. Nonetheless, high hyaluronic acid is found in a lot of products. It used to be found only in super expensive eye creams and dermatological or dermatology products. And then we started to figure out how to exploit genetics from an industrial standpoint with something called recombinant DNA. That's when they start to manipulate the genes and the DNA of bacteria to get them to make things. One of the first recombinant DNA byproducts or products was insulin. And if you guys have ever heard of a type of insulin called humulin, that was the first of the recombinant DNA products that was used medically. They took a gene that makes insulin and they stuck it in a bacteria, and then the bacteria made the insulin. And then they just carved off the insulin from the top of their bacterial vat. High hyaluronic acid is made the same way these days, and that's why high hyaluronic acid is now found in a lot of products. High hyaluronic acid is found in products you can buy at Walmart and Walgreens and department stores and pretty much all over the internet. In fact, Neutrogena has been advertising one a lot on TV. Yeah, high hyaluronic acid just become all the rage. Basically, because it is such important stuff internally, and because the price has gone down on it, now you're seeing it all over the place. It's pretty much the latest and greatest in terms of skincare ingredients. And as I say, Neutrogena is one of the more egregious examples of the sneakiness of the skincare business with their product. They call it Hydra Boost. It's not going to cost you a lot of money. It's about $15 for, I think, 2 ounces of it, which is still kind of ridiculous considering what you're getting. We're going to deconstruct the ingredient deck on Hydra Boost so you can see what I'm talking about here. As I say, you're not going to really get much high hyaluronic acid benefits. Now, if you see the commercial, they'll tell you all about how wonderful high hyaluronic acid is, how important it is. But what they're not telling you is it's not getting to where it really needs to be by just rubbing it on the surface of the skin. There's nothing in this product, this Hydra Boost product, that's going to do anything for your skin from a health perspective. All it's going to do is make your skin feel a little bit soft. And it's not the high hyaluronic acid that's doing it, as we'll talk about here in just a sec. Being an ingredient deck reader is super, super important. Always look at the ingredient deck. That'll tell you all you need to know about what a product is. Now, understanding the ingredients, that's a whole different ballgame, but understanding how the ingredient deck is constructed without even knowing what the individual ingredients specifically are or do can be very instructive. So let's take this ingredient deck on Hydro Boost as an example. Hydro Boost, as I say, is a product made by Neutrogena. Neutrogena, as most of you know, is a skincare company. 1 out of 3 women in this country are using a Neutrogena product at sometime during the year. Neutrogena generates $1.5 billion a year in sales. $1.5 billion a year in sales. Most of that is profit margin, as you can tell, as you'll be able to tell once we talk about this ingredient deck. So, if you take the ingredient deck, you look at, and this is true about all ingredient decks, by the way. They're always printed from the ingredient with the highest concentration to the ingredients with the lowest concentration. So the first ingredient on your ingredient decks are always, or for the most part, in a skincare product, are going to be water. That's because most of your product is water. 80 to 90% is water. That alone tells you why bookkeepers and bankers and business people love the skincare business, because basically they're selling you 90% water, 80% water. This particular product is probably on the order of 90% water. It's a gel. Gels are always going to have large concentrations of water. First ingredient, water. Second ingredient, probably in there around 5% or so. Silicon. Third ingredient, glycerin. Fourth ingredient, silicon. Fifth ingredient, silicon. Sixth ingredient, can't read, a thickener, polyacrylamide. We'll continue when we come back from our break, and we'll take your phone calls as well. 844-236-6010 is our number. I'm Pharmacist Ben. We're talking skincare on the bright side. We'll be back right after this.
Hi, this is Steve Sanchez, and based on a recent study, it was found that 57 million Americans had legal issues over the last 12 months, but only 60% of those studied sought out the services of a lawyer. Why? In a nutshell, affordability. Well, my friends at Legal Shield have created a solution that can help you not if, but when you need an attorney. For as little as $17 per month, Legal Shield will provide you unlimited access to qualified attorneys at an accomplished law firm for advice and counsel on legal issues, no matter how serious or trivial. For over 40 years and with 1.4 million families across North America, Legal Shield can help you, the loyal GCN listener. Representatives are standing by now to answer your questions, so call them now at 1-855-340-SAVE. That's 1-855-340-7283, or visit them at lsprotection.com. That's lsprotection.com.
Results will vary from case to case.
There's a guy named Dr. Wallach who is anything but your typical doctor. Both a veterinarian and a naturopathic physician, Doc asks, why is this country spending more money on healthcare by far and ranking 50th in health and longevity worldwide? Doc believes that people should empower themselves with a basic understanding of nutrition, taking charge of their life, and attaining optimal health and longevity through nutrition, not by toxic pharmaceutical drugs that lead to side effects that require more expensive and toxic pharmaceutical drugs. Talk about being dependent on drug companies to our own destruction, no less. This is clearly a deadly recipe. Doc Wallach's message is resonating with an increasing number of Americans who are waking up to all the government and big pharma manipulation of our health and healthcare system. I like what Doc Wallach is saying and doing to enlighten people about healthcare, and I've joined forces with him to help this tireless crusader spread his message. Visit brightsideben.com and listen to Doc Wallach's deadly recipe lectures. It makes a lot of sense, and I invite you to join our Brightside Ben team. Go to brightsideben.com. That's www.brightsideben.com.
Honey, it's time for dinner. What are you doing over there on your computer?
I'm shopping for a new wallet. Mine is falling apart. Hey, did you know there's a company called ID Stronghold that makes shielded wallets to prevent electronic pickpocketing?
Oh, I didn't realize there was such a thing as electronic pickpocketing. What is that?
Well, apparently, many of the new credit and debit cards being issued have radio chips inside them called RFID that transmit our banking information to card readers when we pay. Unfortunately, a bad guy can also get one of these readers and go around the city scanning people, collecting their credit card numbers and personal information without us knowing it.
Wow, that sounds scary. Since you're getting a new wallet anyway, you should definitely get an ID Stronghold shielded wallet. Are they more expensive?
No. In fact, I can get a shielded leather wallet from IDStronghold.com for the same price or less than regular unshielded wallets from other stores.
Sounds great. My wallet isn't falling apart yet, but let me pick one out too. I want to be protected, and these wallets at IDStronghold.com look fantastic.
As if chlorine in our water weren't bad enough, now they're adding ammonia?
It's true. Some municipalities are now adding ammonia plus chlorine to your water supply. It's a disinfectant called chloramine. But with a trusted Big Berkey water filter, you can keep chloramine out of your water. New NSF EPA certified lab tests show EPA Berkey water filters remove chloramines, pharmaceuticals, BPA, pesticides, bacteria and viruses, all forms of fluoride, and much more. Big Berkey water filters are the original and most trusted on the market. The gold standard in water purification. And our filters last for years at less than 2 cents per gallon. Big Berkey, the one that's powerful enough to purify stagnant pond water. Get your Big Berkey today. Call 1-877-99-BERKEY or click BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com. That's 1-877-99-BERKEY. Big Berkey Water Filters, for the love of clean water.
Welcome back to the bright side. We'll get your phone calls here in just a moment. So hang tight. 844-236-6010 is our number. Bottom of the hour, we're going to talk to Tony Knutson of Heart and Body Health about some of his wonderful herbal products, including the Heart and Body Extract. Hopefully we'll talk about the pain extract and the male virility extract as well. We'll do that at the bottom of the hour. Get your calls here in just a moment. I wanted to deconstruct this ingredient deck. It's just so rude. It's $15, sure, for only 2 ounces. I think it's 2 ounces of gel. Sure, that's not a lot of money, but you're not getting anything. The first ingredient right off the top of the bat is water. So if you take out 80%, or actually this is a gel. Gels always have more water than creams and lotions. So 90% or so of this product is water. 90% is water. How is this okay? By any standards. The next ingredient, silicone. The next ingredient, glycerin. The next ingredient, silicone. Next ingredient, more silicone. The next ingredient, a thickener called polyacrylamide. The next ingredient, another thickener, cetyl olivate. It's like a wax thickener. Guess what the next ingredient is? More silicone. Then the next ingredient, a thickener. Then the next ingredient, a preservative. Then the next ingredient, an emulsifying agent. Then the next ingredient, more silicone. Then the next ingredient, another emulsifying agent. Then the next ingredient, a thickener. Then the next ingredient, perfume. I haven't said anything about active ingredients yet. Then the next ingredient after the perfume, your high hyaluronic acid, probably on the order of 0.1 to 0.2%. Then the preservative, then another preservative, then another preservative. There's 3 different preservatives in this thing. This is crazy, you guys. And then after that, you get into another thickener, and then another thickener, a little bit of zinc, probably as a preservative or chelating agent to preserve the product. Sodium hydroxide, that's lye, a tiny little bit of that to balance out the pH. And then another preservative, and then another preservative. Oh my God, this is what we're being sold by movie stars and actresses. It's a hyaluronic acid product called Hydra Boost with 0.1 to 0.2% hyaluronic acid based on the ingredient deck. This is the skincare business in a nutshell. I'm not picking on Neutrogena. I'm just using them as a representative. Don't be fooled. You get just as much skin moisturization if you rubbed Cool Whip on your skin. Maybe more. All right. We're going to talk more about skincare. I want to get to some phone calls here, and then we're going to talk to Tony Knutson from Heart and Body Extract at the bottom of the hour. 844-236-6010. Beth in Georgia, what's up? Welcome to the bright side.
Hello.
Hey, Beth, what's going on?
Oh, wow, lots of things are going on. First
okay.
of all, I
need you to speak up, though. I'm having a hard time hearing you.
All right, hold on. Is that better?
A little bit. Speak really loud.
Is that better?
Oh, yeah, now we're talking. What's going on?
Okay, I'm sorry. I had you on speaker. Okay, first of all, I am 58, menopausal.
Okay.
I do bioidentical hormones, Pele, and oral progesterone.
Okay.
And I have had stage 2 skin cancer twice because I've been out in the sun a lot. But, I'm not real... My thing is... on areas where I have hair on my face, the eyebrow area, upper lip, and chin, and I have to tweeze and so on and so forth, I have raw skin that just won't heal, and I believe it's a combination of hormonal and nutritional.
Your skin's not healing, in other words.
No, it's constantly raw in those areas, and I have to spend about 30 minutes a morning, peeling skin off off my face just to get it smooth.
All right, two things you want to do, okay? Number one, you want to focus on fats and fat absorption and fatty vitamins. That is, when I say fats, I mean...
I've started to do that. With
okay, good. What have you done?
With the enzymes.
Oh, that's not fats, though. That'll help you with the absorption.
No. I take fat. I take
what do you do?
krill oil, and I take astaxanthin, and
that's not really a fat, ma'am. Okay, here's the deal. It's got a little bit of misunderstanding. You're not quite understanding what I mean by fats. Astaxanthin's great, by the way, but it's not. It's a carotenoid. It's a fatty substance, but it's not necessarily an essential fat. It's going to help you with your skin. The krill oil is great, but the problem with krill oil is you only get those tiny little capsules, which doesn't give you much krill oil. And you need a lot more than, unless you're taking 10 or 12 of those capsules a day, you need a lot more than you're going to get in a regular dose of krill oil to really do much for your skin. Another thing about krill oil in the skin and fish oil in the skin is the skin doesn't really have a lot of omega-3 fats in it. It's the omega-6s that you're really looking for when it comes to skin health. To a certain extent, omega-3s have anti-inflammatory benefits, but for the most part, omega-3 fats are brain fats, nerve fats. They're important for eye health, important for blood pressure and anti-inflammatory effects. But for healing, it's really an omega-6 issue, and certainly for moisturization, it's an omega-6 issue. So get yourself on the ultimate EFAs. That's what I would do. 9 to 12 a day. Take them with food and with your digestive enzymes. That's first and foremost. Secondly, make sure you're using 20,000 international units of vitamin A a day, and that'll help you with your menopausal symptoms, too.
Can I ask you a question?
We're going to run out of time. We're going to run out of time, but you're welcome to ask. No, you have something you want to ask?
Beta-carotene or fish oil on the vitamin A?
Beta-carotene is not vitamin A. Don't let anybody tell you it is. Anybody who ever tells you that beta-carotene is vitamin A needs to go back to nutrition school or biochemistry school. Beta-carotene can be converted into vitamin A if you're perfectly healthy, which most people are not. And so for the most part, you need the real deal, vitamin A. Beta-carotene is not vitamin A. It's a precursor to vitamin A. So 20,000 IU of vitamin A, that's first of all. Secondly, vitamin E, 400 international units of vitamin E. I'd be using the mixed tocopherol form. Make sure you're getting 50 milligrams a day of zinc picolinate. And everybody listening, this is all important for all skin healing issues. Vitamin A, vitamin E, essential fatty acids, zinc 50 milligrams a day. I'm sorry, did you say something, ma'am?
I am doing that, the zinc.
You're doing 50 milligrams of zinc picolinate a day. Stay on that.
Yeah.
Okay, make sure you're doing that. Get yourself some of my lipophilic fatty topical C. Put that on your skin on a regular basis. You can get that at truthtreatments.com. Vitamin C balm, that's good for all skin healing, repairing the epidermal barrier. That's where your problem is, it sounds like anyway, is in the surface of the skin, in the epidermal barrier. And make sure that when you're taking your vitamin A and your vitamin E and your essential fats, that you're, number one, taking them with the enzymes and with your meals, make sure there's some bile going on in your digestive system for absorption. And notice if you have gas or bloating or discomfort or some kind of digestive issues after you take your fats, those are all indicative of malabsorption. And it's very common that as we get older, especially as women get older, that fat malabsorption comes along with that. So make sure you're noticing if you have problems after you take your fats, your essential fatty acids and your fatty vitamins. And then secondly, make sure you're taking them with your digestive enzymes and with your meals. You should start to notice results, especially around, not just around healing, but also around skin moisturization if you're dry. And you might even notice some benefits if you have hot flashes or any other menopausal symptoms. Well, let us know how you're doing with that too, by the way. Okay, Beth? I want to take one more call before we go to our break.
Yes.
Thanks so much.
Appreciate
God bless you. Have a beautiful day. All right, Rose, what's going on? We got about a minute here. I'm sorry. I hate to do this to you, but what's going on, Rose?
Oh, it's okay. If not, let's extend it till next time because it's a very detailed situation.
Well, do you have a complicated issue? Is there a complicated issue, Rose?
Yeah, the issue has to do with somebody that has brain cancer. But
let me help you. Let me help you with brain cancer and cancer in general. Brain cancer is cancer, and that's the operative word. Not the brain cancer, not the bone cancer, it's the cancer. It doesn't matter if it's in the bone or the brain or the liver or anywhere else. It's the cancer. And cancer is a very tricky issue. It's a sign of a cellular system and ultimately a tissue or organ that is under duress and is just freaked out and is, as I've said so many times, at its wit's end. Rose, we'll have to cover that tomorrow. Give us a call back. We got to talk to Tony Knutson at the bottom of the hour. You're listening.
More and more people are discovering the incredible benefits of alkalizing the body, and there's no better product product for it than AlkaVision Plasma pH Drops. Packed with a powerful combination of the most alkaline minerals and compounds, just a few drops in water will rid your body of harmful waste and give you more vibrance and vigor than you've had in years. Now buy 2 bottles and get $10 off your order. Call 800-518-7615 or visit alkavision.com. Alkalize your body. Supercharge your health at alkavision.com.
Are your Google search results killing you? Unflattering content in blogs, news articles, online reviews, social media, or other sources can jeopardize your reputation, your business, and your livelihood. Let Reputation.com help. Our patented technology will make the truth about you more visible while pushing down unwanted negative content. Improve your Google search results. Call Reputation.com at 1-800-831-0771 for a free consultation. That's 800-831-0771. Is negative content or comments on the web affecting your personal or professional reputation? Unfavorable comments, embarrassing pictures, videos, legal documents, and bad tweets can ruin your personal life, your career, or your business. It happens a lot, and it's just not fair. But what can you do? Reputation.com can protect your good name. Get a free consultation now at 800-831-0771. That's 800-831-0771. Call right now for a free expert reputation analysis. It's easy to squash the unfair attacks with our patented system, and the analysis is absolutely free. Make the best things about you jump out in searches. Protect your personal and professional reputation, your business, and your income. Get your free reputation analysis from Reputation.com right now. Call 800-831-0771. 800-831-0771. 800-831-0771.
Hi, John Hubner from Midas Resources. Are you tired of watching your hard-earned assets dwindle away? As government spending is out of hand and the Federal Reserve is creating in excess of $20 billion a week, are you tired of stockbrokers gambling away your hard-earned money? Is this market a setup for a crash greater than 1987? Too many of today's policies resemble those that led to the collapse of 1929. This is John Hubner, and that was me in 2007. And we all know what happened when the subprime credit bubble burst. By March 2009, the dollar lost 50% of its value. The entire U.S. banking system was on the verge of collapsing. Like all financial problems of the past, is history about to repeat itself? Call me, John Hubner, at 1-800-686-2237, extension 129, before it's too late to protect yourself. Will the oncoming catastrophe take all private IRAs, 401ks with it? There is a way to protect your hard-earned assets. Call me, John Hubner, at 1-800-686-2237, extension 129.
As if chlorine in our water weren't bad enough, now they're adding ammonia?
It's true. Some municipalities are now adding ammonia plus chlorine to your water supply. It's a disinfectant called chloramine. But with a trusted Big Berkey water filter, you can keep chloramine out of your water. New NSF EPA certified lab tests show EPA Berkey water filters remove chloramines, pharmaceuticals, BPA, pesticides, bacteria and viruses, all forms of fluoride, and much more. Big Berkey water filters are the original and most trusted on the market, the gold standard in water purification. And our filters last for years at less than 2 cents per gallon. Big Berkey, the one that's powerful enough to purify stagnant pond water. Get your Big Berkey today. Call 1-877-99-BERKEY or click BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com. That's 1-877-99-BERKEY. Big Berkey Water Filters, for the love of clean water.
I'm so excited to have our next guest on, Tony Knutson of Heart and Body, a manufacturer of Heart and Body Extract. Heart and Body Extract's been around for 15 years, helped so many people, thousands of people. If you got clogged arteries, congestive heart failure, any kind of heart problem. In fact, the way the ingredient deck is structured, any kind of health problem you're going to benefit. Certainly any circulatory problem you'll benefit from the Heart and Body Extract. Please welcome to the bright side, Tony Knutson. Greetings, Tony.
Good morning, Ben. How are you today?
Good to talk to you. So we had a nice conversation on Saturday. Tony, you're from my neck of the woods in New Jersey, or in Pennsylvania, actually. Tell the folks how you got involved with the Heart and Body Extract. And then I want to talk about some of the specific herbs and some of the stuff that the product does.
Sure, absolutely. I have a marketing background, and about 16 years ago I was doing some marketing, and I happened to meet a very extraordinary person, Sharon Harris. And she had been exhibiting quite a few issues regarding her own personal health, and her dissatisfaction with traditional medicine. So she had put it upon herself to seek out a master herbalist in Canada and create her own product that could address cardiovascular issues. She suffered from an enlarged heart, some extreme swelling or edema, onset of congestive heart failure, high blood pressure, just a myriad of issues that she had to contend with on a daily basis, and was dissatisfied with the negative side effects that the pharmaceuticals were causing her. So she met with our master herbalist, and they developed a relationship, and over about a year's period of time developed the Heart and Body Extract. And what it is, it's a synergistically blended mix of herbs that are wild-crafted that aid people with a multitude of cardiovascular issues, the ones described previously that Sharon had, and also congestive heart failure, clogged arteries, very good over a 6 to 8 month period of time of actually eliminating blockages in arteries. Angina is a large issue that we deal with. People suffering from angina have a very debilitating reaction to taking nitro patches or nitroglycerin pills, most associated to having a severe migraine. So to alleviate some of those negative side effects that people always seem to deal with, after developing the Heart and Body, I went into business with her and we decided to market it. I'd seen the results over 6 months, and Sharon's health had improved dramatically. And I felt like there was no way I could afford not to get involved in this. So I stopped what I was doing, and Sharon graciously invited me to join her in her pursuit to help others with the benefits that she had received. And going back now, that's 15 years.
Now, I love the way you guys formulate your products. You don't just put a little bit of this and a little bit of that. You actually, you were explaining to me the difference between a tincture and an extract. Why don't you tell our listeners about that? I think there's some confusion about that.
What we do is we suspend our product in a very small, minute amount of alcohol. And I don't want people to get turned off when I use the word alcohol, because our alcohol is actually the extract of a pear fruit. So it's even alcohol in its purest form naturally.
Is it grain alcohol? Is it what they call
itself.
Grain alcohol, like the super high concentrated alcohol?
Very concentrated. In fact, our extracts are extremely well concentrated. They're usually associated as 6 to 1, 6 parts of the product to 1 part of a suspension. Versus a tincture, which is mostly a water-based product with some of the ingredients in it, not nearly the amount of ingredients that we have. And what happens is that through our herbalist expertise has developed the product where certain amounts extracted into high concentrations of each of the herbs, the way they're blended together is what makes it work so well. In and of itself, a lot of people can take hawthorn or even coleus extract and probably experience some benefit from that. But again, you have to watch when you delve into taking individual herbs that you could actually take too much and do more harm than good to yourself, especially with hawthorn.
Hawthorn is absolutely amazing stuff for the heart.
It is. It truly is.
There was a guy who wrote a book, and I'm trying to think of the name of it, where he talked about, he was an advertising executive, actually. He had a heart attack, and I'll get the name of the book here when we come back from our break. He had a heart attack, and he started experimenting with hawthorn, and he got off all his nitro meds and got off all his meds, actually, just by using hawthorn. And I got to tell you, I've been working with herbs for many years. I had a compounding pharmacy where we wildcrafted and we tinctured our own herbs. We made our own herbal tinctures and herbal extracts, and you have got just an amazing set of herbs. This thing is one of the best ingredient decks on an herbal product that I've ever seen, the Heart and Body extract particularly. You got, in addition to the hawthorn, there's coleus, as you mentioned. That's a really neat, I think it's a mushroom, isn't it? Is it a fungus, coleus? Coleus forcicoli? I'm pretty sure that's a mushroom, no?
Well, I don't know which part of it that the herbalist used, but I believe you are correct.
Yeah. So anyway, they tincture that out, and coleus has got. Not only does coleus have heart benefits, have circulatory benefits, but it's
Absolutely.
also
it's a
anti-cancer, pro-immunity,
inotropic action on the heart, which is going to help relax the muscles, and in turn, as you relax muscles, you're relaxing blood vessels, and that's ideally suited for cases of mild congestive heart failure.
And coleus, by the way, I'm looking it up now. Coleus is not. I don't know why I was thinking it was a mushroom. It's actually a flowering plant. But in any case, the coleus is in there for the circulatory benefits, but it also has anti-inflammatory benefits. It's got pro-immunity benefits. It's used as an anti-cancer substance as well. And that's one of the neat things about when you work with herbal medicine is you get these multiple benefits, much like when you work with nutrition. I also noticed that you got kelp in there. Talk a little bit about the benefits of kelp for the heart, if you could.
Well, kelp, it's effective, extremely effective on all the glands, but especially the thyroid gland. And I know, Ben, a lot of people might be wondering, kelp with everything that's going on in the world here as of late. Our kelp actually is farm-raised kelp from up in Connecticut, so it's completely safe for anybody who has some ongoing concerns about ocean sea life quality. So we're completely safe from that standpoint as well. Kelp's an amazing, I call it a food because it actually is.
It is a food. Yeah, it is a food. It's a seaweed, and you can subsist on it. It's got protein in it. It's got B vitamins, and it's definitely a food. And you got my. I think it's a secret ingredient in here, and that's cayenne. I absolutely love cayenne. I put it in my smoothies. I put cayenne in my juices, and I use it wherever I can. Cayenne is so stimulating, great for the digestive system, but also got wonderful circulatory benefits. Talk a little bit about cayenne, and this is capsaicin. Capsaicin annuum is the technical name for this form of cayenne, and it's basically hot pepper, correct?
That's correct. Cayenne's a great stimulant to help enhance the effect of the other herbs that are blended into our extract. It's going to help cleanse the body. That's moreover what the function within our product is a cleansing agent, because so many of our bodies, whether we realize it or not, are heavily toxic, heavy metals or what it may be. The cayenne is just a great cleanser for the system. And again, it's helping with circulatory issues. So that in combination with the garlic, they just have amazing qualities when they're in our product.
You know, I was about to say you put garlic in a few of your things and a few of your products. And garlic, in addition to being very tasty, obviously, and I use garlic all the time, has some super medicinal properties too, antifungal properties, antibacterial properties. Let's talk a little bit about garlic when we come back. We'll talk about the pain product, and then we'll talk about your male virility product. We'll do that when we come back from our break. We're talking to Tony Knutson.
As if chlorine in our water weren't bad enough, now they're adding ammonia?
It's true. Some municipalities are now adding ammonia plus chlorine to your water supply. It's a disinfectant called chloramine. But with a trusted Big Berkey water filter, you can keep chloramine out of your water. New NSF EPA certified lab tests show EPA Berkey water filters remove chloramines, pharmaceuticals, BPA, pesticides, bacteria and viruses, all forms of fluoride, and much more. Big Berkey water filters are the original and most trusted on the market. The gold standard in water purification. And our filters last for years at less than 2 cents per gallon. Big Berkey, the one that's powerful enough to purify stagnant pond water. Get your Big Berkey today. Call 1-877-99-BERKEY or click BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com. That's 1-877-99-BERKEY. Big Berkey Water Filters, for the love of clean water.
Hi, I'm Dr. Joel Wallach, the Dead Doctors Don't Lie guy. There's no reason why you shouldn't live to be at least 100 and have a great time getting there. And I'm going to give you a free copy of my lecture that tells you exactly how to do it. In fact, after you've lived a long and healthy life, there should be only 2 documents in your medical chart, a birth certificate and a death certificate. I'm Dr. Wallach with a warning. If you have a 4-inch medical chart, if you take prescription drugs for high cholesterol, high blood pressure, arthritis, joint pains, and other health issues, the medical profession is failing you. They're using you for an ATM machine. My free lecture is going to reveal what pharmaceutical companies don't want you to know. There's been groundbreaking research and discoveries on how to effectively treat or eliminate over 900 different diseases naturally, and it's all in my free lecture called Deadly Recipe. So call toll-free 1-855-79-YOUNG. Again, that's toll-free 1-855-79-YOUNG. 1-855-79-YOUNG.
Don't complain about your cable bill going up and up and up. Do something about it. Grab a pencil and jot down this special number, 1-855-905-MY-TV. The more cable TV rates go up, the better digital satellite TV looks. Say goodbye to the cable guy and get more of your favorite channels in 100% digital quality for less money. Call 1-855-905-MY-TV. Sign up for packages starting as low as $19.99, and there's no equipment to buy. You get free HD TV upgrade, a free DVR upgrade, and free professional installation installation. You control what you watch when you watch it. Record your favorite shows, pause and rewind live TV, even skip the commercials. Watch local channels too. At just $19.99, what are you waiting for? Pull out your major credit or debit card. Call 1-855-905-MyTV. 1-855-905-MyTV. Say goodbye to the cable guy. Cut costs and get more. 1-855-905-MyTV. 1-855-905-MyTV.
Free from the shackles of corporate America, we're the place for independent thinkers. GCN.
Hi, we're back on the bright side. I am Pharmacist Ben. Thanks for joining us. We're on the air with Tony Knutson from Heart and Body Extract. Hey, Tony, give out your website real quick before.
Sure, I'd love to. It's heartandbody.com, or H for heart and B for body, extract, hbextract.com.
hbextract.com and heartandbody.com?
Correct.
Okay, good. All right, the book I was talking about is Left for Dead by a guy named Dick Quinn. Have you heard about this guy?
Okay, I haven't, but I'm jotting
you
it down.
You should check
right
it
now
out.
as we speak.
Yeah, you should check it out because it's kind of an older book and it's hard to find. Dick Quinn was this is way before anybody knew about cholesterol and cholesterol-lowering drugs, and he wrote it, I think, in the late 70s, early 70s.
He was on the cutting edge at that point.
He was very much on the cutting edge, and he discovered, and I think he was an advertising executive, and he discovered Hawthorne on his own, and it's kind of a neat little testimonial, personal testimonial about the importance of using herbs and using good nutrition for taking care of the circulatory system. All right, so we left off talking about cayenne. It's stimulating, and it also has some purifying benefits, and kelp and garlic as well. I absolutely love garlic. I like multifunctionality, and that's one of the neat things that we get when we use herbs. Last thing I want to talk about real quick on Heart and Body, and then we'll move to the male virility product and the pain extract. Talk a little bit about mistletoe. Most folks have heard about mistletoe, obviously, from Christmas time, but actually mistletoe's got some tremendous medicinal properties as well, right?
It absolutely does. And the big misnomer out there is that mistletoe is toxic or dangerous to you, but it's the parts of the mistletoe that you have to use that are the good parts of it that can be extremely beneficial in lowering your blood pressure. A lot of people don't know that mistletoe is edible, and it's very good at lowering blood pressure. It concentrates on the central arteries in the brain, and as you relax those blood vessels, the rest of the blood vessels will relax as well. There's more blood vessels in your brain than anywhere else inside your whole entire body.
You also use mistletoe in your pain extract, and obviously pain, if you had to pick one problem that people have to deal with, miserable problem that people have to deal with that they want to eliminate, obviously it's going to be pain. And you also use mistletoe in your pain, the pain extract formula. Talk a little bit about mistletoe for pain.
Well, mistletoe, again, it has a relaxing quality to it. And what happens is when people are stressed due to pain, whether it's a mild trauma situation or an ongoing debilitating pain that we have a lot of our clients deal with, from osteoporosis or just overall sore joints, whether it's the knees or the elbows or whatever it is, the relaxing, it has a relaxing, calming effect, and that in conjunction with the ginseng, again, it really helps into calming things down. When we talk about mistletoe, it works very, very well, again, with valerian. I'm sure everybody's very common with melatonin, but valerian is actually a very soothing on the nervous system as well.
And then the white willow, that is for the salicylic acid content, I assume?
Yeah, it's for inflammation. We'll call it, it's nature's aspirin for us.
Very nice, very nice. And then I've been hearing a lot about hops. I noticed you put hops in the product too, and I've been hearing a lot about it as a nice kind of relaxing ingredient. Same idea, anti-anxiety, anti-irritation, that sort of thing.
Exactly. I was just going to hit on the word irritation because, as we all know, if we're in pain, we're not the most pleasant people to be around. If you ever been around somebody with a toothache or something, I don't think that they're quite up for casual conversation. So it's definitely very soothing for irritability, nervous situations, intestinal problems. People will get very sidetracked and worrying about the pain that they're involved in, that they can start to create other problems within their body. So that's very relaxing for that. And again, and also with the skull cap too, it's extremely good at calming down the nervous system. One thing I will say about the skull cap is a lot of people that do fairly regimented workout activities can really benefit from it as well.
Because of its anti-inflammatory property?
Yeah, from its anti-inflammatory properties, absolutely.
How about for sleep? Seems like some of these would have some of these herbs would help people relax, not only relax but also help them fall asleep.
Absolutely. Back to the valerian, I would suggest to anybody who has sleep difficulties, if it's in conjunction with some other issues that they're dealing with, especially the crowd we deal with is not all, but predominantly 50 plus, and we all know when we hit 50, we start to hurt in a little bit of real estate we didn't know we owned, and the valerian is very, very soothing to help you get a restful night of sleep, and the more restful your sleep, the more time your body has to relax. Your blood vessels have a chance to relax. Relaxed blood vessels equal better circulation, lower blood pressure, just a better overall stabilization of the body itself.
And then you put a really interesting herb that you don't see in a lot of products, something called lobelia. We used to use lobelia in the pharmacy to help people who are trying to quit smoking. Tell us a little bit about lobelia.
The lobelia, again, it's a relaxant. It's going to help relax the muscles when you're in pain. And it has its synergistic quality as well. When it's blended with other herbs is where it really stands out among itself. And by itself, it needs a little bit of help. So that's why it's incorporated in our product, but when it really shines is when it's mixed with the valerian and the wild lettuce.
Okay, so now we go from relaxing to exciting, and so we'll talk a little bit the male virility extract. I noticed you put two different types of ginseng in there. You got the Korean ginseng and you got the American ginseng. Tell us about the difference between those ginseng. Also, you have the Siberian ginseng in there too. So you got three different kinds of ginseng. Tell us about the difference. Tell us about ginseng a little bit. First of all, it's a super important herb, especially for male kinds of things, sexual virility and muscle building and stuff like that. But also, tell us about first of all about ginseng and then the differences in the different types of ginseng, why you put all three in there.
Well, ginseng in and of itself, whether we're talking with the Korean or the American or the fenugreek, they're all kind of geared towards the same thing, and that's balancing the endocrine system. And when you can do that, naturally for men, it's going to increase their sex drive, and it actually will help with females as well. It's a good overall body cleanser. So again, it mixed with the other herbs. People have to remember the way we blend our herbs together, the synergy of the herbs put together is what makes everything work.
It's not just the one in particular, it's how they all work together.
Great, yes, exactly. We could take it again back to the previous statement I made. We could take these herbs individually and have some benefit, but can you imagine when we put the ones together that work best together, that the results that we get are pretty amazing. Same with the sarsaparilla. It's going to build the testosterone level. A lot of aging males lose their testosterone, so I crack up a little bit when I see these commercials on TV and they're claiming pie-in-the-sky things, which you can actually achieve on your own very, very cost-effectively if you just know what herbs will work and how they work together. So it's a lot of research goes into it, and we've done all the research for everybody.
How soon can somebody expect results? Say let's take the heart and body product. How soon can people start to notice beneficial effects for their circulatory system?
Sure. The heart and body extract, when we deal with circulatory issues, when people are suffering from edema or extreme swelling in their lower extremities, that's usually a scenario in 30 to 45 days. They can definitely start to feel relief, especially people listening know that by the time they climb the top step, they feel like their legs are tied to a couple of cinder blocks. That's just very, very painful, debilitating. So from that standpoint, from a very, very short period Angina, over the years we found we have the best results with angina patients in as little as 4 to 5 days coming off their nitroglycerin. That's amazing in itself right there.
That is amazing.
A lot of people on nitro have just resigned themselves to this. It's just the way life's going to be. It's going to be miserable, and they put up and deal with it. They don't have to do that. Congestive heart failure, people start to feel relief in a very, very short period of time, usually 30 to 45 days again, and that's the removing the decrease of the fluid surrounding the chest cavity around the heart. It's strengthening the heart muscle as it's working. The stronger the heart muscle is, the more blood it's going to pump, the better the circulation is going to be. When we deal with clogged arteries, we've completely reversed blocked arteries in under a year's period of time. So blocked arteries is a longer case scenario, say with unbalanced cholesterol, but the benefits can start to be seen in a very, very relatively short period of time. High blood pressure, we've turned that around for numerous clients over the years, within 30 days.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
And it's amazing for people just don't realize how good they used to feel before they went on to some of these drugs. And they start to remember after they can slowly start taking that little blood pressure pill and start to break it in half and break it into a third and start to get to the point where they're just not even taking it. And the doctors, I've heard this
Tony,
on a daily basis. Doctors say, I don't know what you're doing, but whatever it is, keep doing it.
Tony, bro, we're out of time. I want to get your website out, heartandbodyextract.com, heartandbodyextract.com. Thank you so much, Tony. Appreciate it. Didn't mean to cut you off.
Appreciate your time today.
God bless you, my friend. That was Tony Knutson from Heart and Body Extract. We'll be back at you tomorrow with more good health information. Thanks for listening, friends. I'm Pharmacist Ben. Have an awesome, spectacular day. We'll talk to you.
This is Dan Pilla. Do you owe the IRS money you can't pay? Are tax debts crippling you? I've defended people from the IRS for over 30 years. I've helped thousands, and I can help you too. I wrote the book on IRS settlement, and I'm telling you, there's no such thing as a hopeless case. Call 800-34-NO-TAX to finally get free of IRS debt. With the IRS's new programs, there's never been a better time to solve your problem. Call 800-34-NO-TAX. That's 800-34-NO-TAX, or my website, danpilla.com.
Now, a twice as nice Twin Kit special offer from Complete H2O Minerals for all GCN listeners. Get a Complete H2O Minerals Twin Kit with 33 different minerals, vitamins, and amino acids all in a liquid form. Enough for 2 people for 1 month. Regular price $89.95, but now Complete H2O Minerals is offering the Twin Kit for $69.95. And all GCN listeners receive a bonus 16-ounce bottle of Ionic Silver absolutely free with free shipping. A $120 total value. Hurry, limited time offer. Call 803-794-4767 or click CompleteH2OMinerals.com.
Ouch! My back is out again.
Hi, Dr. Ortman with Wellspring Spinal Care. If you're experiencing neck, mid, or lower back pain, this information is for you. One of the complaints that I hear is patients receive their typical adjustment, only having to repeat them as the pain returns. Putting the bones back in place is only half of the battle. At Wellspring Spinal Care, we have the entire solution. We use the NUCA approach, utilizing 3-dimensional x-rays and gentle touch technology to deliver specific correction. We then design a custom nutritional supplement program which provides essential nutrients targeting the areas of concern. With a NUCA approach and proper nutrition, you'll be on your way to a faster and more permanent recovery. To get you on the road to wellness, visit drortman.com. That's drortman.com, or call us today, 952-303-9124. That's 952-303-9124. Wellspring Spinal Care, chiropractic done right.